Hi guys, welcome back. We are basically just headed home. It is now 4:50 p.m. We finished up at Trillium School, like I mentioned. I was just in the staff room, actually making my protein shake and whatnot, and just like wrapping everything up. It is Friday, so yay! It's the weekend. So today I get to go straight home. Actually, I don't have any online classes for tutors on call, and I've already confirmed all my classes for the past month, so I'm happy about that. And because tutors on call does pay on a monthly basis as well, so you do have to actually, if I didn't mention, you have to actually go online and write about each class and how it went or what was taught. There's basically a portion where you have to indicate how the student did during that class, and again, I think it's very effective. It helps the students, I think, do a little bit better, and they can actually improve themselves with each tutoring class that we have. So I think that's actually really good. So I wrapped that up as well, and yeah, so I think we're gonna just head straight home. Maybe we'll go to Tim Hortons and grab something to eat. Even if I get something like a muffin, I usually don't eat the whole thing. I'll save a little bit for my husband. I don't think he's very picky. He likes eating all kinds of foods, as well as he likes drinking black coffee nowadays as well. However, he usually just makes his coffee at home, so I don't think I'm gonna grab him a coffee, because sometimes he might be a little bit picky, okay, about what he wants to drink. So yeah, so I am kind of glad. So I think this week has also been not just today, but I feel the whole week has been actually quite chilled. One of the clients for tutors on call, her mom had just messaged me, I think last week or something, or emailed me that she wants her girls to have the tutoring class once every 2 weeks now. So, and I think the reason for that is, like I mentioned, I think because school is just winding down now, so once every 2 weeks does make sense, I think. And they're probably on their second last unit or something. We're covering geometry right now, and they were just doing the area of various shapes like circles, rectangles, triangles, and they had also started on the volume of a rectangular prism, so that was something new. I always tend to include some extra information, or I like teaching students ahead, so they can kind of get ahead in their class. So we also went through the volume of a triangular prism, and I would just give them the base area value and the height of the prism, and then they can actually just calculate the volume. I think one of the main mistakes students make nowadays when they're doing the geometry unit is mainly about the units, or they forget to maybe put the units at the very end in their final answer. So that's something I'm trying to definitely emphasize. Yeah, other than that, the classes, the tutors on call classes online, I feel are a lot of fun. Like I mentioned, I really like teaching online to students, and I think previously I mentioned that I also wanted to do tutoring out of my own home. And I do have one student, a client, who comes and he gets tutored for grade 9 math. He's in grade 8 right now, but his mom wants him to learn all of the grade 9 math material right now, and also over the summer, which is a good idea, I think, because I think in elementary school you tend to have a lot more maybe free time, and afterwards you might not have that free time as you start high school. That jump from elementary school, like grade 8 to like high school grade 9, I think is actually like a really big jump. I remember for us when we were in grade 8, we actually had like a couple of final exams because the teachers wanted us to prepare or wanted to prepare us for high school. How they have like final exams, right, at the end of each like semester for all the courses that you're taking. So I thought that was actually like a really good idea. I know other schools hadn't done something like that, so I think we were definitely a little bit better prepared for the high school exams and stuff like that in grade 9. Yeah, so that was actually pretty good. So yeah, we're basically just heading home. We're still in Markham, but I don't think the traffic seems to be too bad here. I think we'll have time to like maybe hit Tim Hortons, so maybe we'll do that. I don't know what to get. I don't really go to Tim Hortons that much anymore. So in the past, I know I used to be at Tim Hortons all the time, like almost every day. I used to work at another high school, Excel High School. They recently closed down like last year. The principal retired, but prior to COVID, I was actually working there like full time, and it was actually really good, and it was actually really close. It was also in Markham, really close to my parents' place, like again. So you can see I was always at my parents' place before, and I'm there quite often now as well. And it was good, I think. And post-COVID, like I mentioned, I started at Troyum School, so I still taught at Excel High School part-time, but I taught the courses like online. And I think that was also like, I think, very effective because like I mentioned, Excel High School didn't actually have like she never offered like online classes and courses like that before. So I think post-COVID, it definitely opened up, you know, like more opportunities for her school, right? Because a lot of students, like I mentioned, they actually want to take courses online, but they don't want to just take the course online. They want like the synchronous teaching, and they want a teacher actually teaching them the material, right? I mean, if you just want to take an online course by itself, you can always take like a course at like virtual high school, where everything, all the lectures and stuff are kind of just, and videos are posted online, and you just have to completely like self-study. I don't think I'd recommend something like that for like a science course, or like, you know, for a math course. It's really tough. I think you definitely need someone teaching you the material when you get to grade 12, like calculus or grade 12 advanced functions. The courses aren't very easy. They're basically new concepts that you have to learn, and self-studying can definitely, I think, be a little bit tougher. If you've taken the courses like once already, and then you want to just like, you know, upgrade your mark or something, then I think it would be okay for something like that. Alright, so it looks like there's so much like construction happening here. Like this whole like area is blocked off with these orange pylons, which are actually like taking up like this entire road here, and kind of like blocking this entire lane that I'm in, which is kind of strange. So I'm gonna just I have to stop like right here. I'm like so far away from like the signal light, but there are only like 2 lanes here. Like look, this car is like coming inside. Okay, I think he had enough room there, but the pylons are really blocking off this entire road, which is kind of strange. I think maybe they should have pushed it inside a little bit. So as you can see, I don't like when there's construction happening on the roads. It definitely delays me getting home on time, or like, you know, a little bit early. I know one time they had like so much traffic, and it was because of the construction that was happening on one of these main roads, which is Steeles. So I don't like that. And it takes really long. Like when they had the construction happening on this road maybe last year or something, it was basically like all summer or something like that, which is like 2 months for them to like finish, you know, maybe building like the sidewalk or something. I think what they're doing is building the bike lanes along, like, you know, where the sidewalks are. Like, yeah, that's definitely, I think, a good idea, but it just seems like a lot of extra construction that I don't think is really necessary right now. Of course, like, and then they were having discussions, I think, about the bike lanes and stuff in that they're trying to build in downtown as well. I'd understand if in downtown Toronto they need to build these like bike lanes to make it a little bit safer. In the suburbs, I don't see there being as many, I think, bike accidents in comparison to like the main city area. And like I mentioned, again, like on the main roads here, when there's so much construction, there's just so much traffic as you're going home. Like, again, I'm still in Markham, okay, and usually getting into Ajax should only take about like maybe 25 minutes, but it, on a daily basis, it always takes so much longer for me to get home. And I think there's so many traffic lights and stuff here as well. Like, I think, yeah, and some of the traffic lights will not change for a really long time. Like, it'll stay red and you're like, what's happening? But yeah, so it is now 5:01 p.m. and yeah, we're just like heading home. I think, yeah, I think I will maybe grab something at Tim Hortons. I really want to like scan like my card. I don't go there so often, but like every time you scan your card, you get like points, right? You get the Tim points, and after you have a certain number of Tim points, you can get something for free. But I think you need at least, I think, 400 points or something to get like a coffee or, I don't know, a donut or something. I don't eat donuts anymore either. I used to as a kid. I know my mom used to buy donuts on her way home from like work, because there used to be this donut shop that was just like 1 block away from our house. So I remember we used to get, my brothers and I used to get so excited to eat the donuts. My favorite was the vanilla dip, like the sprinkled one. I used to love eating that donut. And I remember I used to get like upset if I opened up the box and like, you know, the vanilla dip donut wasn't there. I would get so upset, and my mom would be like, why are you upset? They didn't have it. That's why I couldn't get you that donut specifically. But yeah, that's funny that I actually remember something like that. But yeah, so I guess we were just talking about going to Tim Hortons. That's why I do like eating like maybe like their croissants, but sometimes it just feels like some of like their products are not very fresh. I don't know if some of you feel like that as well. I know like they maybe brew their coffee more often, but there have been times where like my husband bought a coffee from Tim's and it was like it wasn't fresh and it tasted really bad. I don't want to have any kind of experiences like that. I actually don't drink coffee anyways. I know a while back I used to get their muffin, their chocolate chip muffin, and at one point they started putting like small pieces of like sugar on the muffin top, like the chocolate chip muffin, and I didn't understand why they were doing that. Like, it tasted really bad. Like, maybe they thought it was something new and they were gonna innovate and like come up with some new like baked good, but now I know they have like removed it. I don't know why would you put like sugar. It was basically small pieces of sugar on top of the muffin itself. So yeah, so I was like, that's not necessary, as a lot of people already suffer, I think, from diabetes type 2, and you're making that situation even worse. So I stopped buying it after that. But when I used to work at Excel High School, I used to actually get the small ice cap, and I would always get like extra cream put in the ice cap, because even if it was a small, I noticed that like it tasted it had coffee, but like the taste of that coffee, the coffee itself was just too strong for me. So I always had to get some extra cream. However, it was kind of like, you know, the mixture wasn't the best. I think they would add the extra cream, but you're only supposed to pump it like once, like one more time, for that extra amount, right, of the creaminess. But and then they would mix it, but they never, like, you know, mixed it very well, I think. And that was like the issue for me. But I remember I was very unhealthy. I used to get the ice cap like basically like every day. I used to get it for lunch. I actually never ate lunch because we actually used to finish quite early. I think classes ended, I think, at Excel High School at like 3 p.m., which is quite early. At Trillium School we end at like 3:45 is when the last class, like last period, ends. So yeah, so because Excel High ended like more earlier, I could go home earlier. So I didn't really, I think, see the point of, like, you know, bringing lunch or, like, you know, eating something. I think I used to just have an ice cap, which was, I think, not very healthy of me. But now I do have like breakfast. I make sure I have like oatmeal for breakfast, and then I'll have a cup of like chai, and I'll put extra like masalas and Indian masalas in it to kind of like help wake me up in the mornings. So I think that's good. And the oatmeal also like really fills you up, I think, in the mornings as well. Alright, so I was just looking for my Tim card. I don't know how much is on here. I think I only used it once, and I think it's a $15 Tim card. Hello? Hi, can I get a blueberry muffin? Yeah, that's it, I think. Okay, thank you. Alright, so I just ordered a muffin. I think you can't go wrong with the blueberry muffin. Like, you know, the taste is always just about the same. And like I mentioned, even like the chocolate chip muffin just doesn't taste so good to me anymore. I don't know, maybe they changed like the ingredients or something tastes different to me. But yeah, maybe like you can comment below and let me know if you live in Canada, what you like actually getting from Tim Hortons, and maybe I can try it out. Yeah, I don't really like trying out, I think, like new foods and new pastries or something like that. I don't really have a sweet tooth. I think that's probably the reason for that. If I eat a pastry or something and it's too sweet, or if I have a bad experience with some kind of food, I'm not gonna like have it or try it again. Even if someone tries to convince me otherwise, I'm like, no, I just don't want to eat that food anymore. Or I think I might have just kind of like an aversion to it for a certain period of time before I might try it again. So yeah. Alright, so we're just like waiting to get to the window here at Tim Hortons. Again, looks like a lot of like traffic at Tim's. I think this is always the case though. I used to go to Tim Hortons at lunchtime, like at Trillium School, and I used to get like something to eat all the time at lunch as well. But now I notice I don't really feel like I mentioned, I don't go to Tim Hortons that often. So yeah, that's okay. So this muffin, I got a muffin. It's $2.40. I think that's a little bit expensive for a muffin. I mean, I think I can just buy, like, you know, I can actually buy the paste and whatnot to like, or the mix to make the muffins and make it at home. But I don't feel like I have really too much time to do that anyways as of now. So I have to head home. I think we're pretty good on time, but it always takes really long, I think, to get home. Just getting into Ajax, it just feels the drive feels so long and I'm so tired by the time I get home. It's 5:09 p.m. now. But it's good because Wales College isn't going to start until 7 p.m. And what do we have on the agenda today? We have to finish the oral tests for calculus grade 12, for business leadership grade 12. The class sizes are really small, and so I thought like one period would be enough time to get through all the students, but it just really isn't. I need to take like 2 days to finish doing the oral test. And for each student, I do have to ask them like 4 questions, right? One from each of the KTAC components. But I have extra questions on the actual, like, you know, on the actual document. And like I said, I do give them the questions ahead of time, but they don't know which question I'm going to ask them. So they do have to know how to do all the questions. And then during the oral test, they're not allowed to use any of their notes either. They have to like orally tell me how they're going to solve it. All right, so we're here by the window. All right, just 1 second. I think she is coming very soon. The window opened and closed, guys. I don't know what's going on. Oh, they have the Buy a Smile cookie, April 28th to May 4th. 100% of proceeds are going to the local charities and community groups. I would definitely want to try that, but I don't really like the smiley cookie. I think it's kind of like very sweet, like I said, and I don't have a sweet tooth. Yeah.
Blueberry muffin only,
Yeah, yeah.
Blueberry muffin.
Thank you.
Just the one that is right?
That's not, no, that's not mine. Mine is the muffin. Yeah. Is that it? Yeah. Thank you. Alright guys, so we got the goods, and I think they were just a little bit confused about what I had ordered. I only ordered a muffin. I saw someone had ordered 2 whole packs of the smiley cookie that I was just telling you about, so that's kind of cool. Yeah, of course I like giving to, like, you know, various type of charities and whatnot. So just like I mentioned, in terms of like my plaque business, I always donate the money to the Canadian Cancer Society. And before, they actually had like different like branches, so I used to actually do the donations to the Breast Cancer Foundation. However, now I want to actually donate money to, like, you know, maybe some other, like, you know, organizations and stuff as well. But I think if you make a donation now to the Cancer Society, all the societies are kind of like under one branch, I believe. So the money will just be allocated there, or you can actually choose which organization you want to donate the money to. Alright, so I'm just gonna head home now, and I'm gonna end off the vlog here. So thank you for watching. Please make sure you do like, share, and subscribe, and I'll see everyone next time. Bye.